right? That was the question Rav Sheshes was asked. So we're holding over here. So the Gemara says ton of Vishayir, meaning that although we quoted a Tosefta, which in its Orel's not mentioned, ton of Vishayir was left out. But factually, even the ratio, the beginning of the Bryce which we quoted, it's indicated that something was left out besides Orel. But Loktoni v'noagin b'shar shnei shavua, ve'in pigeon. It doesn't say Truma and Bikurim have relevance every year of the sabbatical year, right? Truma and Bikurim. But Ma'aser Sheni is only which years? 1 and 2, and 4 and 5 and 6, and 4 and 5. Ma'aser Sheni. No, it's Ma'aser Oni. Right? The 3rd and the 6th year, there's no Ma'aser Sheni. Right? It says, V'noagim b'shar shnei shavua ve'in lem pigeon, na'shenki b'ma'aser. Shema mino, so we see this certain halacha regarding Ma'aser Sheni, which is left out. She says that's left out. So Oriel, what in the Oriel is permitted in Ma'aser Sheni, it's also left out. But we haven't brought a conclusive proof that whether he is or what he's not permitted. Shema mino. Toshma. Okay? We're at the very top of Ayin Dalon Manav. Nishtarbu tzitzin ma'akvines hamilo. If, let's say, they circumcised the person and they left some of the skin, the foreskin, which causes the person not to be considered circumcised. Right, truma, oral is not permitted. Korban Pesach is not permitted. Okay, so it says explicitly, and not meiser. Now, what meiser mean? Does meiser mean meiser behema? Does it mean a korban? Or does meiser mean meiser sheni? It can't mean meiser, it's grain that you give to the Levi, that's chulin, correct? So it means one or two things. Hello. Either meiser behema or it means meiser sheni, okay? V'lo b'meiser. My love, so evidently what does meiser mean? Meiser dogon. It says lo meiser behema. No, that can't be. No, there's no proof. It doesn't have to be. It could be meiser behema. There's no proof. Someone says meiser behema hainu kochim, but it says kochim. So evidently, so masa must be grained. So you see, we have a proof. The masa sheni cannot be eaten by the Oriel. So he says, ul tamech milo tanam pesach uktani kochim. Well, pesach is kochim, and it says kochim. So therefore, the same thing. It's just another example of kochim. Pesach ma'isa means ma'isa beimo. Smar says like this. No, bishlom a pesach kochim tzrichi. Even though pesach is kochim and kochim is pesach, you have to say both. Why? The ton of pesach. If it would only say Pesach by itself, I wouldn't apply to other kochim. Bishum darebus, the Pesach ksiva. Where does it say explicitly in Torah an Orel is not permitted to eat? That's by Pesach. That's explicit in the pasuk. Avol kochim emelo, but it's the other kochim where Orel is not mentioned. Maybe they can eat. Therefore, the Bryce says, "Tell me no. There's no difference whether it's Pesach or kochim. V'ton of kochim. So let's say kochim. Have me to my kochim Pesach. I'd say kochim means Pesach. But not ma'aser behema, ela ma'aser behema lomali. Right? Ela ma'aser behema lomali. What's the aleph? V'dilma ma'aser rishon. Ela ma'aser behema. So what does that say? Ma'aser, right? That's not. So it must be. It's ma'aser sheni. Somebody asks a question. Somebody says no proof. Dilma ma'aser rishon. Yeah, this normally the way we rule. Who gets the ma'aser? The first 10%. Who gets it? The Levi. It's chulin, right? If a Levi wants to invite Howard Birnbaum to his suda, and it's all ma'aser rishon, he could eat it. The Rameir's of the opinion no. Ma'aser sheni can only be eaten by the Levi or the Kohen, not by a non-Kohen or Levi. So the Gemara says speak element when it says ma'aser means ma'aser rishon. Rameir doma ma'aser rishon also luzorim. There's no proof. When it says masa, it definitely does not mean masa behema, but it means masa rishon, not masa sheni. Toshma. So we have no proof in there. So the Brisa will trip to Reb Meir. Finish. It's no proof. Toshma meditani Reb Chia barav midifti orel osur b'shtei maisers. Yeah. Reb Chia barav midifti cited a Brisa and said on orel is not permitting 2 maisers. What are 2 maisers? Two types of meiser. So Simu means Maisa Behemo and Maisa Sheni. My love, Elcha Maisa Dogan, Vacha Maisa Behemo. No, Hochanami, Maisa Rishon. Two Maisas means Maisa Behemo and Maisa Rishon. Maisa Rishon is only permitted only to what? To a Levi or Kohen. Rameir, it's going like Rameir, so it's no proof again. Okay. No. It's like Truma. It's like Truma. Truma can be eaten anywhere in Eretz Yisrael. Ma'aseh Sheni is limited to Yerushalayim. So you see that? It's not that. But yet a Zor cannot eat a Truma, but he can eat Ma'aseh Sheni. See, if you have certain restrictions on Ma'aseh Sheni, you don't have on Truma. Okay, Toshma. We had earlier. Onain is not permitted to eat Ma'aseh Sheni, right? But an Onain is permitted to eat Truma. Correct? That we had the Gemara before. Right, less man the Pol. There was an argument that Machluk's Tanoim, Bikurim, is an Onain permitted to eat Bikurim. But Truma, less man the Pol. Everybody agrees, an Onain is permitted to eat Truma. Toshma. Onain also b'maser, umuta b'truma. An Onain is not permitted to eat maser. It's explicit in the Pasuk. Onain is this before the burial. He's not permitted to eat maser sheni, but he's permitted to eat Truma. Ubepora. Yeah. He's muta b'truma ubepara. Let's say he wants to sprinkle the para aduma. He's qualified, right? An onain. Tful yom, a person, he went to the mikveh, but nightfall hasn't come. Came in contact with a source of contamination. Went to the mikveh, so he's semi-pure. But to be fully pure, he has to wait till erev shemesh, until nightfall. So tful yom also b'truma, umuta b'para. We had earlier, right? Tful yom is qualified to sprinkle the para aduma. Ubemaser. And also he's permitted Maser Sheni. That's a Tful Yom. Mechusi Kippurim, let's say a person was a Mitzorah. Now he overcame it, now he has to bring this korban. That's Mechusi Kippurim. Or a woman's a Yoledis, right? She has to bring a korban. And she hadn't yet brought the korban. Also Biporo, they're not qualified to do the sprinkling, Hazor, or Muta B'Truma B'Maiser. They're permitted to eat Truma and they're permitted to eat Maiser Sheni. V'miso Nisni Nami Oriel, Nisni Oriel also b'truma, umuta b'para. We're speaking about who's permitted and what not. What isn't mentioned? It should mention Oriel. Also, Oriel is also b'truma, umuta b'para. What we had earlier. He's qualified to do the sprinkling. Ubemaiser. Right? So what does it say? He's muta b'para b'maiser. On that, the Gemara says no. Haitana devei Reb Kiva. It's going like Rabbi Akiva. The marbi l'orel katome. Reb Kiva holds that an orel is the equivalent of a tom, because how does Reb Kiva learn that an orel is not qualified truma? Because it says ish, right? Ish, and it says tzorua v'zov. It speaks to all the people who are contaminated. And he learns the extra ish is going to include the orel. Why? Because how do you differentiate between a man and a woman? Through the sexual organ. So ish comes to include the orel. That an orel is like a tome. So if he's like a tome, of course he can't eat truma, and he's not permitted to eat Ma'aseh Sheni. The Tanya, Reb Kiva Omer, ish l'rabbis orel, Omad Tana de Poligid Reb Kiva, and who's the Tana that argues Reb Kiva? Tana dvei Reb Yossi Abavlihi. It's interesting. Yeah, this new Tana. Very rarely, he's not mentioned in Shas. Van Ranjberg. Yeah. No, because Reb Kiva is the Tanakama. Right. So we say Reb Yossi Abavli, the Tanya. What's the base here? Base. Sreifa. Yes, Sreifa. His gear says Sreifa. Sreifa, Onain, Mechusi Purim. Sheira. The burning of the Paraduma, Onain, Mechusi Purim, are kosher. Reb Yossi Abavli, Onain, Sheira. So the first one says onein mechus kipurim ksheira, and burning. Rabbi Yosef Bavli says no, onein ksheira mechus kipurim psula. But if you bring the korban, you're not qualified. Rabbi Yitzchak Savar orel osir b'maser. Rabbi Yitzchak holds that an orel, just as he's not permitted to eat truma, he's not permitted to eat maser sheni. Dom Rabbi Yitzchak v'nayin l'orel she'osir b'maser nema mimenu b'maser. Right, it says, Lo chalti ba'oni mimenu, from it. V'nemer mimenu b'pesach. It says, mimenu by Maser Sheni, It says mimenu by Pesach. We said Orel by Pesach is not. Ma, because it's explicit. Ma mimenu Tomer by Pesach Orel also bo, right? Just as by Pesach. If a person's an Orel, he's not qualified to do the Korban Pesach. Af mimenu Omer b'maiser Orel also bo. Because it's Gzera Shava. It says mimenu there, mimenu there. Mimenu by Korban Pesach, it's clear, it's explicit. An Orel cannot eat Korban Pesach. And it says mimenu by Masa Sheni. So just as Korban Pesach and Onain cannot, Orel cannot eat Korban Pesach, an Onain, Orel cannot eat Masa Sheni. So now the Gemara says, we had earlier that to make a Gzera Shava has to be mufne, meaning the words that we're equating one to another, comparing, have to be extra, superfluous. Meaning, why was it written specifically to compare, to match up the words? Because if not, you'd say, something you could differentiate between the two cases. Here, the reason why Orel is not qualified, because of one thing. By Masa Sheni, it's another level, it's something else. We'll see. So more wants to know. More says mufti. You have to say, this Gzera Shava, mimenu is mufti means the words are superfluous, extra. And because the extra is written specifically for this reason, to compare B to A. As the Korban Pesach, the Orel cannot eat. Masa Sheni also he cannot eat. That's why the Torah wrote mimenu. Dilo mufni, because if it's not extra, you're just comparing words. Ikal mifrach, you're able to refute it because you can make a differentiation. Why by Korban Pesach Orel is not qualified, and Masa Sheni and Orel would be qualified. Mala Pesach shein chayvon leo pigul nos v'tomei. Pesach has very serious liabilities. If you have the Kohen when he does the avodah has the wrong thought, it's invalidated. If it's left over, kares. It's contaminated, you're not permitted to eat it. It has to be burnt. So you see, there are all kinds of stringencies regarding Korban Pesach which you don't find by Masa Sheni. So Mar says, now so therefore it has to be mufne. Lai afnuyi mufni. Which mimenu is extra? The mimenu that's written by Korban Pesach is extra, or the mimenu that's written by Masa Sheni is extra? Which one is extra? That's what Mar's quote. Lai afnuye mufni, my mufni. Omar, Rava Omar Rabbi Yitzchok, Tlosi mimenu ksivi, the Pesach. The three mimenus written by Korban Pesach. Three mimenus. Chad l'gufe, one we need just for the understanding of itself. Chad l'gzera shava, one mimenus to learn the gzera shava. V'chad l'mad yomar bar kosalite in esei achadosase. Okay, let's just read Rashi on that. It says, Lo achalti, lo biarti, v'lo nasati. Tlosi mimenu Pesach, al tochel mimenu no. You're not permitted to Korban Pesach if it's not fully broiled. Lo sosir mimenu, you should not leave it till morning. That says, hanosim mimenu, and if you leave it from it till morning, you should burn it in fire. So the three mimenus written by Korban Pesach. 1 second. There you go. And what is the third menu? Litain esei achalos asei lo mashein lo ken olav. It's lavan, meaning it's a lavanitik lasei. The third mimenus tell me that even if you leave it over and you're in violation of a lo saseh, why don't you get malchus? Because there's an asei, because you could correct it. V'sarafta beish. That's called lavanitik lasei. If you have a lav and you, like Torah says, don't steal. Then, right? So if a person steals, why doesn't he get malchus? Because it says v'heshav exel shagozo. It says return the stolen item. That's a positive commandment. So whenever the positive commandment follows the negative commandment, one is not subject to malchus because the asay is a correction on the los asay. Same here, you should not leave over till morning, mimenu. You did, v'sarafta beish, right? So that's a correction. Right? So we have three. So one of the mimenu is written for the Gzera Shava. Okay? B'chad l'man diyoma ba'kos litin asay l'chalosay. Yeah, that's the reason why it says it. We had a machlokes in Psochim, in Makos. What's the reason why you don't get malchus for noser, leaving it over? Is because it's lav shein bo maser. Because we rule halacha, the ultimately liable for malchus for a lav, it has to be done actively, an active violation. If it's passive, you don't get malchus. So leaving over till the morning is what? It's passive, So the Man Yomer uses this for lava nitik lasei because he's of the opinion even for a passive lo says you get malchus. So why over here don't you get malchus? The answer is because lava nitik lasei. Because the mimenu is a correction on that. Okay? Therefore the Gemara says Lamandi Omar. No. No, the Gemara, what's the name speaks about it? Malchus, what happens if you burn? You take the item that you stole and you burn it, you destroy it. So the Gemara says, but still, this is still obligation of restitution. So because you pay value, that's still a correction. But the Gemara speaks about a case of shluch hakan, right? It says, don't take the mother with the chicks, right? Lo sikach emal bonim, right? Shalech de shalach. Let's say a person violated it. He doesn't get malchus. Why? Because they shalech de shalach. You could still send away the mother bird. So it's correctable. So Gemara says, what happens if you go and break the wing of the mother bird? So the bird can't fly. You break its wing, then you would get malchus. Because it's no longer correctable. It's not correctable any longer. Because you can't send away, or you kill the mother bird. You kill it. So you can't send it away. So then the lav is locked into place. Okay? Okay. Okay? I did cause of no, sir. Ksivnami mimenu. Ulamandi Omar litein lo boker sheni l'srifoso. Right? There's an opinion that holds that it's not for lavnit l'asei. Because the reason why you don't get malchus is because lavshim b'maseh. So why did to write the last mimenu? To tell me boker sheni l'srifoso. Normally, when do you burn no, sir? The next morning. But what happens by Korban Pesach? It's left over till morning. You're not permitted to burn kochim on Yom Tov. Because we say, right? Because, right? So when do you burn it? You burn it the day after Yom Tov. I mean, the first day Chalamoid in the morning. That's litein boker sheni l'srifoso. I ksiv ad boker ksiv na mimenu. Tlosim mimenu ksiv b'maser. We have the word mimenu is written 3 times by Maser Sheni. 3 times. Chad legufi, one is for itself. Chad lidrebavo, Rabbi Yochanan. Chad the Rish Lakish. Let's see, Rashi, what are 3? Lo chalti, it says lo chalti mimenu. Lo biarti mimenu, lo nosati. And I did not give it. Lemes. Okay, but because based is rofa litin asay achalosay shein loken love boker sheni we said right no se mimenu based is rofa my ad boker haksiberation krol simen ad boker el ay lahochi kamar and noisel boker rishon shu yom tiv hamti and boker sheni shu chol besof namdach shein sof koch be yom tiv. Okay, the drebavo the amalel the mishri had loka b'shem shel truma shnitno. You hear this? Mimenu. What's that locha if you have ma'aser sheni that's tamei? You're not permitted to benefit from it. You have to discard it, right? But what about truma that becomes contaminated? You're not permitted to eat it. We had before, if you eat truma that becomes contaminated, you don't get malchus, but it's a Torah violation. But it says you burn it, and you're permitted, if it's oil, you're permitted to benefit from its light, from the light while it's burning. Someone says, why by Sheni you're not permitted? Someone says, because it's mimenu, right? You're not permitted to benefit from it by Sheni, but from something else, which is truma, that you're permitted to benefit. It's an exclusion. Okay? That was Rebavo. Rabbi Yochanan. Chad Reish Lakish Minayin L'Maser Sheni Shenitmo Shemuta L'Socho. Here, Maser Sheni becomes contaminated, although you're not permitted to eat it. Let's say it's oil. How do you know you're permitted to anoint yourself with it? Shenemar V'lo Nosati Mimenu Lemes. Lemes Hu Lo Nosati. Right? L'Chai Dumi Lemes. But to put it on the body of a chai, which is similar to a mess, if it's a corpse is the essence of tumah, correct? But the mess has no benefit from it, right? So we're talking about a chai which is similar to the mess. How do you have a chai that's similar to a mess in regard to contamination, right? You know, you can anoint the body to preserve the body, and you can anoint the person. He maybe when it says lo nasad men lomes, it's not speaking about anointing, but it means to use it to make into an oron or tachrichim, right? To shrouds. That's lo nasati mimenu lomes. Omer Afuna Breder Ribshu mimenu migufo. Mimenu means from the you're benefiting directly from the thing itself. Vashem nosati dumid lo chalti. Machal la lo migufo. Just as when you eat, you're eating the essence of kan migufo. Yeah. So more asks, "Vakati mufnul tzarecharu," but it's only superfluous on one side. If you hold that only one side of the equation has to be extra, it doesn't have to be extra on both sides, it's fine. But if you say, if they're not exactly the same, and they're open to differentiation, so what is it? Right? That Rav Nachman said before, that Masasheni, you're not permitted to benefit from what comes. Tell me, he learns it from another source. I've given to you mishmeres trumosoi. Now it's plural. The Torah speaks of two kinds of truma. What kind of truma? There's one truma. What two? You have regular truma, they have trumas meiser. V'shtei trumas kosim medaber. Achas truma Torah. B'achas truma tmeya. I've given you mishmeres trumosoi. So it's not learned from mimenu. Meiser sheni not, but from truma, yes. It says you're permitted to benefit from what? Mishmeres trumosoi. So truma Torah, if it's not contaminated, you could eat it. But if it's contaminated, what could you do with it? Evidently, you're permitted to benefit from it. Right? Benefit from its warmth or oil that's burning. You want to use it as fuel to cook your pot, the food, or what? Or oil for illumination. It's interesting. The Gemara says there's a Tosus in Psochim, the second parak, it says like this. You know, we hold that when you burn truma, you're permitted to benefit from its ash. Or you burn certain things. You burn. Why? Because it's nasa mitzvah. Because once the mitzvah is completed, you're permitted to benefit from the ash. So over there, the Ketos makes a differentiation. When you burn truma tameya, when you're benefiting from its warmth, what are you benefiting from? From what already was consumed. So it's nasa mitzvah. It's no proof. Right? You're benefiting from something that's already consumed. The heat is from what? Not what exists, it's what doesn't exist any longer. That's nasa mitzvah. So the Gemara says over there, the case, we need the pasuk. L'cha for where shemen tomei. Because shemen tomei, the oil draws up into the wick. So it's like you're directly benefiting from the oil which is tomei. It's there. It's not consumed. The oil is feeding the flame. It's directly connected. It's not like post facto. So therefore, they would be good. So therefore, we have it's mufta mishnei tzodim. Further, cholat meim menohani mili. Right? We had earlier, where is it? What? Can't eat truma. Right? That's what Reb Kiva learned it. Ish. Ezu dover hashove bizarro shel Aaron havayom is a truma. Right? Where don't we differentiate between the man and the woman? Kochi kadoshim, chatos, osham, only the male kohanim are permitted to eat. Right? What about truma? Truma, whether you're a man or a woman, you eat it. So it says ish who's tzarua v'zav, whatever it means. So what's that pasuk talking about? So about truma, something which all kohanim, whether you're male or female, you have equal rights to it. Havim is a truma. So Mar says eimel chazav b'shok. Maybe it's the chazav b'shok, that's the breast and the thigh of kochim kalim, right? Which also a woman could eat, right? Ve'eimel chazav b'shok. The Gemara says einu b'chozeres. No. Which means like this. We had earlier. What's the halacha? A woman marries a Yisrael, Bas Kohen. The moment she marries, she can't eat truma any longer. What happens when she's divorced? She returns, and she has no children from the Yisrael. She goes back, she eats truma. What about when she goes back? Could she go back to eat chazav v'shok? We had earlier. She doesn't eat chazav v'shok, even if she has no children. So we're speaking about something where she's chozeres. Something, we're saying, Where do we find who shava bizarre shel kohen, women and men? That's truma. Someone says maybe chaz v'shok. He says no, they're not always equal. Because what happens if she gets married, gets divorced, or widowed, and she has no children? She doesn't go back. So where is she always equal? Always equal. That's for truma, right? Because she's eno chozeres for chaz v'shok. The Gemara says, "Zu truma I ben b'chaz v'shok ve'eno chozeres eno chozeres." The Gemara says, "Truma nam eno chozeres b'chalolo." Here, what happens if she's defiled? Let's say a Bas Kohen marries a Bas Kohen is a divorcee, right? And then she has relations with a Kohen. No, she can't go back. She said, even by Truma, she's not. There's a case where she's not Choseres, right? She says, Chalol lavzaro da'aronhi. Here we're talking, she still retains her Kedusha. Where do we find there's no difference between the male and female where you retain your Kedusha? That's Truma. When the woman becomes a Chalola, and we say for Chazav V'Shok, although she has a Kedusha, she's still a Bas Kohen. After she's divorced the widow, she doesn't go back to Chazav V'Shok, only Truma. So she says, what about if she's defiled? She can't go back either. He says, she's defiled, she's not called Zer Aaron any longer. Here? Chalav Zaro D'Aroni. Umimai, Dayachlo Yitor, Adiko Herav Shemesh. It says, you're not permitted to eat Truma until this Erev Shemesh. How do you know that? Ema de Maisa Kapora, right? We differentiate. The halacha is a person who's Mechusa Kippurim, right? A woman, after she gave birth, she has to bring a korban, right? When on the 40th day, she gave birth to a male, she goes to the mikveh, she has to bring a korban. Now, when she brings she's not permitted to eat kochim until she brings that korban. Truma, she's permitted to eat. So how do we know? That's Gemara's question. How do we know she's permitted to eat truma? Right? No, she did tefillah. Even though she didn't bring the korban yet. Maybe you're not permitted to eat truma until you bring the kapora, until you bring the korban. We're saying korban only has relevance to eating kochim. But eating truma, she could eat it as long as Erev Shemesh comes. But, right, she doesn't have to wait for the next morning. Why didn't maybe you have to wait till the next morning? Lo Sokadaitu, Toner Rabbi Shmuel, Bezov Bal Shtei Rios. A Zov has two sidings. A Zov has a flow, a man. So what's that? Not three, no, they're not 3 and 7. No, has nothing to do with 7. If he becomes a Zov, he's tummy for 7 days. And he has to go to the mikveh, finished. There's a question if he has 2 sidings or 3 sidings. 2 sidings, he's tummy for 7 days, but he has to bring a korban. 3 sidings, he has to bring a korban in addition to being tummy for 7 days. No. 3 sidings, what's his name? 3 sidings has to do with the spring of the paraduma. Ubemitzora musgar. It says, Tanre b'shmoel b'zov al shtei rios u'mitzora musgar akos medaber. Dumi to tummy nefesh. Ma tummy nefesh la bar kaporuhu. Right, just as these people, they don't have to bring a korban. Tell me, what's Mitzvah Musgar? Musgar meaning it was questionable whether he was a Mitzvah or not. What's the halacha? You sequester him, quarantine him for 7 days, afterwards you find out it's not. His tummy goes to the mikveh, and he's okay. So these halachas that it says, Arashe Yitar, we're speaking about somebody, he only had 2 sightings, so there's no chiv korban, and a Mitzvah Musgar, he's only quarantined, and it was never determined that he was a Mitzvah. Dumi to Tomei Nefesh. Ma Tomei Nefesh la bar kaporuhu. Just as if a person comes contaminated. He doesn't have to bring a korban, correct? Hochanamid la bar kaporu ninu. Ve'e mohani milid la bar kaporu. More is asking phenomenal. Maybe ein hochanami when he doesn't have to bring a korban, he's able to eat truma with Erev Shemesh, with nightfall. But maybe he has to bring a korban, just as he's not permitted to eat kochim until he brings the korban. He's not permitted to eat truma until he brings the korban. Bring the korban. He's not ready until he brings the korban. Phenomenal question. Norman, are you with me? It's not complicated. The Gemara we had earlier is a lot more complicated. Let's talk again. The halacha is a person who's tummy, who has to bring a korban. He's not permitted to eat other kochim until he brings his korban. Okay? Now, let's say a person had 2 sightings, flows. He's tummy for 7 days. He goes to the mikvah on the 7th day. The 8th night, he could eat truma already if he's a kohen. What about he had a lesion and the Kohen sequesters him for 7 days? That means he was really quarantined for 7 days. After 7 days, he comes out. The halacha is he goes to the mikveh, and he says okay, he can eat truma, right? No, they examine him. It's nothing. He eats truma. Just being sequestered, questionable. He eats truma. He eats truma. Somebody says maybe he eats truma. Why? Because he never had an obligation to bring a korban. He could eat kachim also right away. Once he goes, in that case, he could eat kachim. He never had an obligation to bring a korban. What happens? It was determined he definitely was a mitzorah, and he was out of the camp. Now he comes back. So mitzorah, it's not enough just go to the mikveh when you recover. He has to bring a korban, right? How do we know there? Just as he's not permitted to eat kachim until he brings his korban, maybe he's not permitted to eat truma until he brings his korban. That's the Gemara's question now, right? The Gemara says, "Rega, when do you say could eat truma? Just when nightfall? That's where he doesn't have an obligation to bring a korban. Avol debar kaporo, but if he needs kaporo, adamaisi kaporo. That's firstly. Secondly, hodidnan tovul v'olo ochel b'maiser. Wait a second. When he comes out of the mikveh, he can eat maiser sheni immediately. He doesn't have to wait for nightfall like truma. Herib shimsho ochel b'truma. Heavy kaporo, when he brings his korban, which is in the 8th morning, ochel bekochim. That he eats kochim. Minolon. No, he already went to the mikveh the day before. He went to mikveh on the 7th day before nightfall. Now he eats kochim immediately, right? Heavy kapora, ochel bekochim. Minolon. How do we make these three differentiations? For Ma'aseh Sheni, even without Erev Shemesh. Truma, only Erev Shemesh. And Kochim, only when he brings his korban. Minolon. How do we know this? Right? Omar Rova, Omar Avchista, Tlosik Reiksiv. 3 psukim. Right? Ksivi. Ksiv lo yochal min HaKadoshim. You're not permitting from something that's consecrated. Ki'im rochatz b'sor b'mayim. Unless he went to the mikveh. Ha rochatz tor. But if he went to he's tor. Uchsiv, so that's Ma'aseh Sheni, because it's full yom is permitted to eat Ma'aseh Sheni. Uchsiv bo hashemesh v'toher. When is he fully tor? That's only after the sun fully set. V'acha yochal min HaKadoshim. That's by truma. So truma is when? Only after Erev Shemesh. Uchsiv v'chipa olea kohen v'tohero. V'chiba olea kohen v'tohero. So when is she tohero? Tit kachim, when he brings the korban. Haketzat kan lemaser, kan letruma, kan lekodoshim. For maser, it's just going to the mikveh without nightfall. Truma, it's with nightfall. And for eating kachim, v'chiba olea kohen, you need the korban. Okay? Someone says, "Ve'epoch." I know. Why don't we invert it and say maybe Truma's on the day, right? Ma'aseh Sheni maybe need nightfall. Mistaber Truma adifa. Yeah, Truma, we're more strict with Truma. Why? Shekei machpaz. What's machpaz? There you go. No. There's no pigeon by Truma. There's no pigeon. Truma adif shkei machpaz. Yeah, good. That's good. Mem is good. And what's the ches? Chomish is good. Ker? Pigeon. What's pigeon? Pigeon's by Sasheni, Babe. What's his name? Ain't no pigeon. Okay? Adra Maisa Difa Shkein Hadam Tav. Rashi says, what's Hadam Tav? Havos Mokom Vidui Osir Loinein Ulavar Mimenu Betuma Vochlib Tumosu Atzmo Loke V'chayev V'bir Hey Havo Dalit Vidui Samach Osir Loinein Test Tuma Beis Bir V'kul Lesson Betruma Afilu Hochi Misa Difa. But factually, you're not Chai Misa B'dei Shamayim. So therefore, even though you may have more restrictions, but never, like we said before, Koris Adifa, right? No. But Misa, the liability Misa, that surpasses all the others. So therefore, you need to wait longer. So therefore, Erev Shemesh is going on Truma. Rav Omar, below Misa Adifa, Nami. Even without coming to Misa. Lo Motzes Amrit. Omar, below Misa Adifa, Nami. Lo Motzes Amrit. Omar Kro Nefesh is Udov Shishov B'chol Nefesh. Haviyom is a Meiser. It says Nefesh. Now, every Jew could eat Meiser, whether you're Kohen, Levi, Yisrael, right? That's Meiser Sheni. So therefore, the first pasuk speaking about Meiser Sheni, right? Ezo Dov Shishov B'chol Nefesh, male and female, Yisrael, Kohen, or Levi. Haviyom is a Meiser. We're going back to the original question. Maybe when don't you have to wait till morning? That's if you don't have a chiv korban. But if you have a chiv korban, maybe this is after everything's said and done. Just as you have to wait for kochim till you bring the korban, you have to wait till morning to eat truma. The two psukim written by the Yoledis. The woman gives birth, right? She's mechusah kippurim. A woman can only bring a korban on which day? The 40th, the 34th, 41st day in the morning. No, that's it. No, the boy is 40, mem aleph. The 41st day in the morning she brings a korban. She's contaminated. 33 plus 7 is 40. And then she eats truma at night and brings the korban the next morning. So we're asking the question, maybe she can only eat truma the next morning as she can eat kachim only the next morning when she brings a korban. So Mar says the two psukim by Yoledis. Yeah? Trei kroi ksivi by Yoledis. Ksiv ad melos yemei tohara. Until the days of Torah are complete. What does that mean? That the 40 days are complete. So when are the 40 days complete? At nighttime. So you have the 41st night. But you can't bring a korban at night. So evidently there's something at night she's going to be permitted to. What is that? Can't be kochim because that she has to bring the korban the next morning. So evidently what is it referring to? Truma. That even though she's not permitted kochim till the next morning, she can eat the truma that night already, although she's not yet permitted to eat kochim. Avalos you make Torah, kevan shemol yomeo Torah. So we have two psukim which are contradictory. One pasuk says she's only have taz tyro when schipol le'akor when the kohen brings the korban, and the other pasuk seems to be when the 40 days are up, she's tohero. Okay, holy truma, holokodoshim. Truma is at nighttime when the 40 days are up, but in terms of kochim, that's only schipol le'akohen. Maybe we should invert it. At nighttime she could already eat kochim, and in the morning she has to wait for the korban to eat truma. Right? Mistabra kodesh chomor. Shkein pan chas, meaning pigul, noser, kochim, whatever that is, ayin, pan chas. Yeah. Aja b'truma chamura. Shkein machpaz, hanach nefishin. Rava below hanach nefishin lo motzes amrit. Even without having more, omakra b'chipa le'akoin v'toiro. Meaning, it's only after the kapora is she tohero, bechlal she tameyo. So evidently the inference is until you bring the korban she's tameyo. Visol that bekochim ikri kan baboshi yiga bechol tome lo yochel. Right? Visol that bekodoshim. If you can tell me the nighttime when it says she's Torah, it means that kochim ikri kan baboshi yiga bechol tome lo yochel. Yeah. Shvamino b'truma. So evidently the pasuk Chiboleh is going to truma because otherwise the pasuk says b'chol tamei lo yochel in any degree of tumah. Therefore the night can't be kochim because we see for kochim, if the person touches kochim, Herav Shemesh is not enough. How do we know this pasuk Shabbos Yeshiga B'chol Tomi L'Yochal is speaking about Mechusik Hippurim? Huh? Uh-huh. Right. So it's actually, if she's called Tamei, or how does she coach him? Shema mino b'truma, maskul Rav Shisha Breder Ravidi, mi motzes amre truma ksiva hocho. You want to say it's truma. The nighttime is truma. V'atanya darba b'nei Yisrael, ein li el b'nei Yisrael, yor shivchum shuchareres minayin. Talmud lom isha. Yeah, 1 second. The Gemara is asking. Maskul Shiva Ravidi, mi motzes amre truma ksiva hocho. You want to tell me in regard to what the Yoledes, when it says Melos Yimei Torah, when the 40 days are up, she's putting the Truma at night. He says, are we talking about Truma? V'tanya, Darba Yisrael, Ein Li Ela B'nei Yisrael. You know, 33 days and 7, it was 66, and an additional 7, 14. Giora Shivchum Shches Minat Talmud Lo Isha, woman. Wieso daitach mit Truma, Gioros v'shivcha b'nos mechel Truma ninu? Yeah, phenomenal question. We're learning all this about what? We're saying all the laws that are stated there pertain to who? To every one of these people. Gioros shivcha b'shuchareres. Gioros is not permitted to eat Truma, right? Because she's a zona. Because she's not permitted to a Kohen. And she can't be a Bas Kohen. So, right? Omar Rava Lo, v'lo v'oksi v'chol kodesh lo siga. The Rabbis says Truma. It says kodesh, any type of kodesh you're not permitted to touch until beyond the 40th day, and that comes to include Truma. Aye, but we already included. We're speaking about these people. The whole parshas not speaking Truma. We're speaking about different issues. Regarding the laws of what? Of 33 and 7, or 66 and 14, we don't differentiate whether you're an original Jew, or you're a convert, or you're a shivchum shuchareres. But in regard to other things, the parsha is also speaking about other issues. Mili katani. To be continued.